Right, following protests, the St. Louis Park, Minnesota City Council now reconsidering a decision to actually do away with the Pledge of Allegiance before meetings. Now, the council claimed it was creating a more welcoming environment to serve a diverse community by getting rid of the pledge. I think the one thing we could agree on, that we live in the greatest country God gave man, but apparently not. We sent our own Lawrence Jones to St. Louis Park to ask people there what they thought of that council. Take a look.
In St. Louis Park, they're getting rid of the Pledge of Allegiance before the city council meeting.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty horrible, because isn't it a government? Aren't we part of a government that we should be doing that?
It should be up to the city, and I think people have a right to express their opinions about it.
I don't have to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I want respect being taught to people, whether they're saying words. It's more action.
So St. Louis Park City Council say that the Pledge of Allegiance isn't diverse enough. Do you agree with that?
No, I think it is real diversity. Everyone understands it, and they know what we fought for.
I really think it is. I think that we can all identify as Americans, and we all really have the same true values, and at the heart of that is democracy.
They say it's not reflective of the values of the community. It's not diverse enough. How do you feel about that?
I may be old school, but I'm not sure I agree with that.
My son's in the Cub Scouts. They still do it. My husband's in the military. We stand for the flag. We stand, you're American. You should be doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
I'm trying to understand, creating a more welcoming environment to serve a diverse community. It's the greatest country God gave man. Lawrence Jones, by the way, Fox News contributor. He has more frequent flyer miles than anybody else at the network. Also, Texas Congressman Dan Crenshaw. But seriously, you know, this should be one thing that you would think we all agree on, but it's not the case. You know, there always has been the Blame America First crowd. Now there's this Hate America contingency out there, Lawrence, and I'm trying to understand why. What country would they prefer we model?
Yeah, Sean, we're sitting right here, right outside of St. Louis City Park's City Hall, right behind us, where patriots descended there and said, look, it only takes 15 seconds to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Now, obviously, this is a liberal town, and so you had mixed reactions. Some of the liberals said, look, we want to hear the Pledge of Allegiance. Some of them says that it is discriminatory towards some citizens in this country. The bottom line is this, Sean. We have issues in America, but at the end of the day, we should be united on the causes of America. It's the Constitution that gives us so much protections. Look, Sean, this starts on the college campuses, though. There is this growing movement of professors and academics that are teaching these young people and teaching the public at large to hate America.
We don't even teach
not
American
believe
history.
in the land of the free.
And look
they
at
don't even
Crenshaw.
teach it,
look,
and it's such a slanted view.
Look at the reaction of the president in his 4th of July honoring of the military, with a great history, I thought. And it's just, that's the military that beat back communism, fascism, Imperial Japan, and Nazism. And I'm thinking, wow, have we really forgotten that this country is as great as my friend Barry Farber says? There's never been a country in the history of man that has accumulated more power and abused it less than the United States. We're not perfect. And I would add, there's never been a country that's accumulated more power and used it to advance the human condition more than this one. We can't say a pledge?
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. And there's this disturbing trend that we keep on seeing. We have to wonder where we're at right now, where we can't even see the Pledge of Allegiance. And what is it about the Pledge of Allegiance that infuriates people so much? You know, liberty and justice for all, not for some people, but for all. And how that is not inclusive and diverse is beyond me. And we have to get to this point where we start to appreciate who we are as Americans and what brings us together. It's not necessarily geographic area. It's not necessarily skin color or religion or ethnicity. It is the red, white, and blue, and there are certain things that connect us. And some of those things are the Pledge of Allegiance, and the national anthem, and the American flag. And we have to recognize that, those traditions and symbols. They matter.
The bottom line is, where are these people going to go? Where are they going to go if they're not going to be in America? If you can't get freedom here, where's the next country that's going to fight and defend all the other nations as well?
Thank you both.